Hi everybody, this is Lama Caroline from NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing. We're going to continue with the beautiful commentary of TYS Lama Gangchen Rinpoche's NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing teachings, okay? We're looking at NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2, related to the 5 Father Buddhas. And to start with, those of you who like, please join us in what we call the preliminary prayers, yeah? I'm using the preliminary prayers from this NgalSo combined self-healing practice, but they're at the beginning of all of our prayers and sadhanas, yeah? You can, if you don't have the preliminary practice, you can download it from the ngalso.org website, okay? Okay, in this book, page 17, yeah? Namo Guru Bhye, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Guru Bhye, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Guru Bhye, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Triratnaya, Sangye Cheda Sogi Chonamla, Janchu Badu Dani Kyasuchi, Dagi Jin Sogi Pesonaki, Drola Panchi Sangye Drupasho, Sangye Cheda Sogi Chonamla, Janchu Badu Dani Kyasuchi, Dagi Jin Sogi Pesonaki, Drola Penchi Sangye Drupasho. In the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, we take refuge until we all achieve awakening. Through the practice of generosity and the other perfections, may we achieve Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. 7 limitless thoughts to turn the mind towards bodhicitta. Semchen tamche dewa dan dewe gyudan dempa gyuji. Semchen tamche dunyel dan dunyel gyudan drawa gyuchi. Semchen tamche dunyel mepe dewa dami drawa gyuchi. Semchen tamche nyeri jadani dan Trewe Taunyon La Nepa Gyuchi, Semchen Tamche Lusen Gidu Nele, Soshin Trayun Lusen Dewa Dan, Dempa Gyuchi, Semchen Tamche NgalSo Tochin China, No Chukoyu Danshin Samane Gyuchi. Semchen tamche dansan bulingi kedo dadan jinangi shidedan dukun denpa gyuchi. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings never be separated from the great happiness that is beyond all misery. May all beings dwell in equanimity, unaffected by attraction to dear ones and aversion to others. May all beings recover from the sicknesses of mind and body pollution and enjoy relative and absolute health now and forever. May all beings relax in a pure and healthy outer and inner environment now and forever. May all beings enjoy inner and world peace now and forever. Purification of the sight and blessing of the offerings. Tamche du ni sa shida se mala so me padan la tiltanya bedurye ranshi jam pohone gyuchi la dami che pese no su sham dahani kitru kusan che trilaname Nanke kan kuhun kya gyuchi. Om Namo Bhagavate Benzasawa Pramadani Tathagataya Ahate Samya Sambuddhaya Tayata Om Benze Maha Teta Benze Mahavidya Benze Mahabodhicitta Benze Mahabodhi Mandopa Samkramana Benze Sawakama Awarana Vishuddhana Benze Suha Kunjo Sungi Tempadan Sangye Dan Chu Senpa Tam Che Gi Jingi Aladan So Ni Yon Su So Pe Na Dan Chenpo Dan Che Ki Nampa Dashi Sangi Mikyape Togi Deshi Nidu Gyuchi. By the truth power of the three jewels and the blessing of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, as well as by the great strength generated by the two accumulations and the power of the pure and inconceivable Dharmadhatu, may these offerings become real. Invocation of the Healing Buddha. Malu Sem Chen Kugi Gungyu Jin Du De Punja Hemi Se Jon Se La No Namalu Yanda Kengyu Pe Chom Den Ku Che Ne Di She Su. Seven Limb Prayer. Go Sun Gu Pe Go Ne Cha Se Lo No Sha Yi Tro Ho Chu Pa Ma Lu Bo To Me Ne Sa Di Tun Tam Che Sha Ke Pa Ge Wa Hanam La Je Yi Rang Ko Wa Ma To Ba Du Le Shu Ne Dro La Chu Ki Ko Lo Ko Wa Da Da Shen Chen An Jan Chu Chen Pu No. Mandala Offering. Sashi Perki Joshi Meto Tram Rira Liji Ni De Gyempadi Sanke Shindu Mite Boagi Roku Nam Dahashin La Chupasho Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kam Niryatayami. Buddha Shakyamuni Prayer. Lama Gyalwa Shakya Tupala Chatselo Chitu Kyasu Chiwo Jingi Laptu So. Calling the Guru from afar. Lama Ken Trinche Zawe Lama Ken Kyabne Kuntu Lama Ken Trinche Zawe Lama Ken Kyabne Kuntu Lama Ken Lopsan Tupten Trinle Yapel Ken Lama Ken Kyabne Kuntu Lama Ken Luchozam Popel Gyuta Shipa Tu Chentem Petrin Leanoda Pegedro Lozam Peze Pachen Alden La Mehesha Blaso Wade Oma Guru Vajradhara Suhumahati Muni Shahasahane Kama Uttavadanye Sri Bahadra Vasamahanya Sawasiti Moma Guru Vajradhara Suhumahati Muni Shahasane Kama Uttapahadanye Sri Bahadra Vasamahanya Sawasiti Moma Guru Vajradhara Suhumahati Muni Shahasane Kama Uttavadanye Sri Bhadra Vasamahanya Sawasiddhi Hum. Request to become one nature with the Father Guru. Request to become one nature with the Mother Guru. Bhagya ke kudan dagilu. Bhagya ke sundahadagina. Bhagya ke tudan dagi. Dunya mechi tu jingialo. Makya ke kudan dagilu. Makya ke sundahadagina. Makya ke tudan dagi. Dunya mechi tu jingialo. So, wherever we are in the world, now we imagine that Rinpoche in his rainbow body comes to the crown of our head, dissolves through our central channel, and mixes with our subtle mind. So our mind becomes blessed and more positive, more pure, more everything, okay? Mantra of self-healing and spiritual company, the mantra of Guru Buddha Shakyamuni. Om Muni Muni Mahamuni Shakyamuni Soha. Om Muni Muni Mahamuni Shakyamuni Soha. Om Muni Muni Mahamuni Shakyamuni Soha. Mantra of the future love Buddha Maitreya. Om Maitreya Maitreya Maha Maitreya Arya Maitreya Soha. Om Maitreya Maitreya Maha Maitreya Arya Maitreya Soha. Om Maitreya Maitreya Maha Maitreya Arya Maitreya Soha. Mantra of universal compassion. Om Ahum Karuna Karuna Maha Karuna Arya Karunaye Soha. Om Ahum Karuna Karuna Maha Karuna Arya Karunaye Soha. Om Ahum Karuna Karuna Maha Karuna Arya Karunaye Soha. Okay, so thanks everybody. So now we're going to continue with our introduction to NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing made by our beloved Guru Rinpoche. Okay, so I'm using this one. This is the second edition in English, yeah, okay. I'm sure that you probably have one in your own language. So I'm going to go to the section which is, last time we were looking at the bijas, the seed syllables, Om Ahum Tramhri and Om Ahum Soha. So we said a little bit, no? Okay, something like one tiny taste, yeah? So many beautiful things we need to say about that, yeah, but anyway, somehow we need to move on, but or maybe we carry on, I don't know. For example, it's like somehow, yeah? It's like Rinpoche, Lama Caroline, he always used to emphasize very much that we need to go back to the Indian roots of Buddhism, yeah? He was very, very keen on this, to show us that what we do was not made up by him or by Tibetan lamas and so on. That actually the roots of our Buddhist tradition are from India, yeah? So Rinpoche was always like, we need also the root, not just the branch, yeah? Okay, so we need always to look back to the original teaching of the Buddha for it. So actually these days, we have many, many beautiful things translated, at least into English and probably other languages too. So the Pali Canon, which is the beautiful scriptures of the Theravada tradition, mostly that's translated. There's a website called A Handful of Leaves, yeah, and so beautiful, yeah. If you like to see this kind of Buddha taught in different ways according to different people's idea and capacity, yeah. So we have what we call three yana, three vehicles. So we have Theravada, Mahayana, great vehicle. Theravada means the way of the elders, the ancient way, yeah, okay. Then we have Mahayana, the great vehicle, which emphasizes universal compassion. Let's all go together to enlightenment. And then we have the Vajrayana, the diamond way, which is a special part of Mahayana, which is the, let's say, diamond vehicle, the quick way to achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all, yeah? So all these three paths were from ancient India, yeah? So anyway, if you like to look more at the Indian origins of our tradition, there's so many beautiful things. So there's the Handful of Leaves website of the Theravada tradition. Also, there's a website called 84,000, where there's a beautiful project where gradually they're translating many, many, many of the Lord Buddha's sutras, yeah, and tantras, yeah. So if you like to look there, so many beautiful things. In fact, so many beautiful things. Never enough time to do everything, yeah? Okay, so anyway. So we were looking at Om Ahum Tram Hri, Om Ahum Soha, the Bijas, which are the five seed mantras, seed syllables, which contain the essence of, finally, the five Supreme Healer Buddhas. And we're talking a little bit about that, those sounds, what do they mean, like in a short way, yeah? But today we're going to move on, even though that is super interesting, yeah? Because at each one of these subjects, we could just stay and talk like for weeks and weeks, actually. But I thought today we would move on to the next super interesting subject. So in my book, it's page 95, Generation of the Five Symbols, yeah? So in Tibetan, it's in my book, it says, Sabon Yigi Le Gyalwa Rigne Jagsen Kye Sul Gompani. So that means the way to meditate on the generation of like the symbol or the emblem, or yeah, kind of the symbol, yeah, the emblem, yeah, or the insignia of the five lineages of the victorious Buddhas, yeah, and yeah. So from the bijas, from the seed syllables, that we meditate that there arise the symbols, the emblems of the five supreme healers. So of course it says the same thing in Tibetan and English. Just checking, yeah. Rinpoche like very much to keep the Tibetan in his books, yeah, for future reference, and maybe now also for his future self, yeah. Okay. So what does it say? So it says, okay, so now it starts with this very interesting part. So we had these five bijas, like white Om, red blue Hung, yellow Tram, and green Shri or Soha in the five chakras, yeah, okay? So now what's going to happen is that each one of the bijas dissolves into emptiness, yeah? Emptiness means if we, okay, conventionally we can say something's there, something function, due to, exist due to parts, due to naming and so on, yeah, due to imputation of our mind, yeah, okay? So anyway, something's there that exists relatively, but if we search for it, ultimately we cannot find anything, yeah, okay? That's what we mean by emptiness. It doesn't mean nothingness. It's not the same, yeah? When we say emptiness or shunya in Buddhism, it's actually kind of very similar to saying things are all interdependent arisings, and that means if we do something positive, we can create a positive result, yeah? Okay? So from the five bijas arise the symbols of the five supreme healers at the five chakras, yeah? So what are the symbols of the five supreme healers, yeah? So I have produced some visual aids, yeah, from looking around what I have here. So okay, this is the symbol of Vairocana, yeah? This is actually Rinpoche gave me this many years ago, yeah? So this the symbol of, so the Om, our crown chakra, yeah, white Om, dissolves into emptiness and arises as a white Dharma wheel like this, okay? Like this bit in the middle, yeah? It looks a bit like on a ship, no? The steering wheel of a ship, yeah? Okay, so from the white Om here arises this white, we call Dharma wheel, which is the symbol of the Buddha family, the Buddha lineage, and later on will arise as Supreme Healer Vairocana. Actually, it's actually going the other way around, yeah, actually from the bottom up anyway, it doesn't matter, yeah. In the throat, actually maybe I'll do it the other way around to be consistent, yeah. In the secret chakra from Hri, green Hri, it dissolves into space and there will appear a green double Vajra, which is, this is a Vajra, okay, can you see? We need to be careful not to. One time I was in Almeria, yeah, and I dropped a Vajra on my screen, which is extremely expensive, yeah. So that's why I'm holding it very carefully near my screen, yeah? Okay. A double, this is a Vajra. I'll explain to you a little later what this is. So a double Vajra is 2 of those. So it looks like that, but with the bottom, yeah? So, okay, these are just like, I was looking around what I have here to show you, okay? Okay, this is a double Vajra. Can you see that? So it's like the Vajra symbol in a form of a cross. A Vishva Vajra is a multicolored Vajra, a cross Vajra, okay? So from the green tree at the secret chakra, it will appear this, yeah? Either a multicolored one or an all green one here, okay, in our secret chakra, yeah? Then from yellow tram in our navel chakra, that dissolves into the space of emptiness, and there appears a jewel. So, okay, here's one crystal, like symbolic of a jewel, yeah? So, okay, beautiful jewels will appear within our navel chakra, okay? And each one is marked by the energy, by the bija, like so, for example, the jewel will be marked by the letter tram, yeah? Then, in our heart chakra, from blue hung, yeah, it dissolves into the space of emptiness and arises a blue Vajra. Okay, this is a Vajra, yeah? If you can see that, yeah? This is a very important holy symbol in Vajrayana Buddhism. We'll explain afterwards what all these things mean, at least on one level, intellectually, but then we need to get to know them in terms of meeting them with our subconscious mind, which speaks another language. It speaks the language of symbols, yeah? And then here's one. I actually have all these things around my house, so it's actually quite easy. Why? Because I follow Rinpoche many years, like you do, no? Like most of you listening to this. So, okay. So then, red A dissolves into emptiness, and there appears a red lotus in my throat chakra. Yeah? Okay, marked by the sound A. Yeah. Okay, and then white Om here dissolves into emptiness, and there appears a Dharma wheel. Okay. Okay, you can see like this. Yeah. So just before we start to talk about the symbols, just to show what they actually are, just in case there's anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, okay? So now we're getting into, well, every level of self-healing. So fascinating, so interesting, yeah? So Rinpoche always said like this, okay, first we do the preliminary practices, refuge, bodhicitta, no? Generating the mind of enlightenment. We do the preliminary practices, the guru yoga. Our guru dissolves into our heart, and then out of the emptiness we arise in the form of the holy form of Vajrasattva, okay, the pure crystal being, yeah, okay. Then we start the self-healing practice, yeah. We start with element purification. Then we focus on the central channel. We open the lotuses, no, Pamle Pema Janku, Pamle Pema Serpo, Pamle Pema Nompo, Pamle Pema Mapo, Pamle Pema Karpo, yeah. Then inside the lotus, for example, inside this lotus, yeah, there appear the bijas, the seed letters. So appear white Om here, yeah, in the white lotus, red A here in the throat chakra, yeah, in the red lotus, blue Hung in the heart chakra, in the blue lotus, yellow Tram in the navel chakra in the yellow lotus, and green Shri in the secret chakra in the green lotus, yeah. And one thing I didn't say last time, by the way, Shri, no, which in many times we say it's the symbol of Supreme Healer Amoghasiddhi, which it is, yeah. But also many times we also see this seed symbol related to Buddha Amitabha, yeah. So there's many, many, many different kinds of meditation in Vajrayana Buddhism, and each one is beautiful, and each one has its reason, yeah. So you might also see Shri, like, for example, Chenrezi, no? Om Mani Padme Hum Shri, no? So Chenrezi is of the Lotus Buddha family, yeah, Amitabha Buddha family, and the bija of Buddha Chenrezi and many, many, many Buddhas of what's called the Lotus Buddha family, of Amitabha family, is Shri, yeah. So sometimes you might see a green Hari, which is a Amoghasiddhi family, and sometimes you might see a red Hari, which is related to Amitabha. So many things are possible, yeah. And each one has its own reason, yeah, which we need to gradually understand, yeah. Anyway, so okay, so then the bijas appear, and then the symbols appear. So Lama Gangchen, he used to say it was like this, that we're gradually, when we put the bijas into the 5 chakras, what we're actually doing is recognizing our potential for enlightenment, yeah. And this is a very important idea in Vajrayana Buddhism, yeah. This idea that, okay, we're not fully enlightened at the moment, yeah, okay, but we have this seed, we have the potential for Buddhahood, yeah, okay. And if there was nothing within us that could could be transformed into enlightenment. There'd be no chance, yeah, no hope to become enlightened. But actually, yeah, actually, I prefer to I'll look at Buddha Shakyamuni. Better, yeah, Lama Tsongkhapa and Rinpoche, yeah. So it's like we have within us the seed of enlightenment, yeah, okay? So in the different Vajrayana traditions, this is explained in different ways, yeah? For example, we have, how do you say? We have the seed of awakening of the Buddha mind within us. And okay, there's actually many, many different ideas how this works actually within, I don't know, Mahayana Buddhism, within Zen Buddhism, within the 4 schools of Indo-Tibetan Buddhism and so on, yeah? Yeah. But it's basically we have that potential within us, but it's not fully developed. We then need to ripen to grow up the seeds of the Buddhahood, which we represent as 5 Supreme Healer Buddhas and 5 great mother elements, yeah? And when we have grown up those things within us, within our body and mind, we achieve awakening, enlightenment, okay? So, okay, so generally we say like this: everybody has Buddha nature, yeah, deep buried within our own mind. So actually, this is actually from Chinese Buddhism. So there's this very nice example, like there's somebody like looking in a garbage bin, actually. Like, for example, now there's many poor people around, no? So sometimes you see people going in the garbage bin, yeah, like getting things out, yeah. So you imagine if somebody was going in the garbage bin and then they found like something, like one thing wrapped up, yes, possible, no? And then they open and look, and inside was something, a golden Buddha. They'd be like, wow, it's so amazing, yeah. So they say this is like when we start to investigate our own mind, yeah. We go through all this garbage and also dirty garbage and rubbish, yeah. And finally, in the center, we find one golden Buddha, so beautiful, yeah. We discover our own Buddha nature. So that's a very beautiful analogy from the Chinese Mahayana Buddhist tradition, okay, from one sutra, yeah. Actually, in our Gelugpa tradition, from Lama Tsongkhapa was fantastic, and also he was very precise and incredible about everything, yeah. So he said, actually, okay, relatively, we have this incredible potential for awakening like that. But also, he said, our actual Buddha nature is the emptiness of our mind, yeah? Because what that means is we can change, yeah? Okay? If we were truly existent the way we think we are, like me, myself, and I, you know, there'd be no chance for me to transform into anything else. But because actually, if I search for my sense of self, I cannot find it. It's just something I label, I impute, yeah? And also modern scientists agree with that, by the way, not just Buddhists, yeah. So because of that, yeah, because of my mind, actually, it means that what it means is actually, I don't have a fixed personality, yeah. I don't have, yeah, a fixed self. So therefore, if I continuously apply the right methods, which we call for example, we call it the 4 Noble Truths. No, first we need to abandon the causes of suffering and the origin of suffering, yeah, and we need to. It's possible for us to achieve true cessation by following the path to enlightenment, yeah? Okay, it's 4 Noble Truths, yeah? And if we continuously, as Lama Caroline said, follow peace education, positive ideas, practice the Dharma, yeah, which is our emotional support, then gradually, bit by bit, our habits change. And why? Because there's no fixed essence of ourselves, yeah? So if all the time we put positive idea of body, speech, and mind, then finally we become a fully positive person, yeah? And a fully positive person is a Buddha, okay? Yeah. So anyway, so everybody is capable of achieving the state of Buddhahood, yeah? There's nobody who's so awful in this world that they cannot achieve Buddhahood, although, of course, some of us have stronger negative habits than others. So for some of us, it may take longer, yeah? But we have this strong positive idea that even the most horrible person, and unfortunately, there are some people with very strong delusions, even that person one day will achieve enlightenment. And this is part of our bodhisattva view, actually, yeah? That finally nobody will be left behind. And until this is the bodhisattva, part of the bodhisattva prayer, no? That like for as long as space exists, for as long as sentient beings remain, for that long I will return to help and free all living beings, yeah? Okay? From Shantideva, no? Guide to the bodhisattva way of life, yeah? So that means all sentient beings, yeah? Okay, so this is a very strong idea within Mahayana Buddhism, yeah? Anyway, so we have Buddha nature, yeah? So Rinpoche, Lama Caroline, what he said is like we mark these these Om Hum Tramri. It's kind of like these are like, we say somehow like bodhicittas, like life essence, yeah, okay, of these positive states of consciousness which we represent as the 5 Supreme Healer Buddhas, yeah. So I said it's a bit like when somebody's born within the mother's womb, no? First there's the meeting of the 2 bodhicittas, the white and red bodhicittas, no, of the 2 parents, yeah. And then nowadays we have the machine, no, we can look on the scan, yeah, from even a few weeks old, no, and you can see gradually the new person is growing up within the mother's womb, and as they grow up, they assume various forms, yeah. Like, I don't know, first they're like very small, no, and then gradually the heads and the limb and everything forms bit by bit, yeah. In the Buddhist text, we have a whole series of pictures, actually, incredible pictures from the 2,000 years ago, like how, you know, the stages of embryology. So Rinpoche said the symbols, yeah, of the 5 Supreme Healer Buddhas, like, for example, the wheel, yeah. He said this is a bit like the baby Buddha Vairocana growing up within my crown chakra. It's not fully formed, but anyway, energy is there, but still we need some cause and condition for it to fully manifest as Supreme Healer Vairocana, yeah, okay. And the lotus, yeah, this is like baby Buddha Amitabha, yeah, and this is baby Buddha Akshobhya, and so on, yeah, okay. Yeah, so then the next stage, as you know, is then from the symbol arises the Supreme Healer Buddha, no? So in stage, the energy of the 5 Supreme Healers, Buddhas, manifest within our chakras bit by bit, yeah, okay? So I thought tonight what we could do is we could look a little bit at the symbols of the 5 Supreme Healers and try and understand a little bit what they mean, no? Okay. Although, of course, remembering that we can understand on one level, yeah, because the language of symbols, yeah, is the language of, we would call the unconscious, the subconscious, yeah, or in Buddhism we say we have gross, subtle, and very subtle mind, yeah, okay. The gross mind, we would say, is like our conscious mind in the West, yeah, and then the subtle and very subtle mind is the parts of our mind which are only accessible to us through meditation, through dreaming, yeah, okay, the deeper part, the deeper parts of our mind, and when we train to recognize and use those parts of our mind, yeah. So the subtle and very subtle mind does not understand like a lot of blah blah blah, yeah, okay, like like the ordinary conceptual thought, okay, yeah. But for example, it understands this, yeah, understands the language of symbols, yeah. Let me give you an example, yeah, okay. Like, for example, the historical Buddha, Lord Buddha Shakyamuni, yeah, okay. He had many different kinds of disciples with different kinds of minds, yeah. And they must have been much more smart or aware of their subtle mind than us. For example, there's a famous story that I think it was Mahakashyapa, yeah, one of the Buddha's most important disciples. So one day, Mahakashyapa was there with the Buddha. He just sat there, and the Buddha just sat there. And then the Buddha did this, yeah, okay, and he showed Mahakashyapa a flower. Actually, this is actually a plastic flower, so not like this, a real flower, yeah, okay, yeah, a flower, you know, a real organic flower, and he just showed it like this to Mahakashyapa. And Kashyapa just looked at the flower and concentrate on this, and then you start to understand that everything is a dependent arising, everything depends on cause and effect, yeah, everything depends on parts, everything depends on labeling, like giving the name a flower. And he understood the nature of reality just by the Buddha going like this, yeah. And then just by seeing the flower and maybe taking the flower from the Buddha's hand, he understood emptiness, yeah, and he became an arhat, yeah. An arhat, somebody who has conquered their inner delusions, yeah. So amazing, no? Yeah, because his subconscious, let's say, subtle mind was completely open, and he got the point, yeah. Like, however, like me, unfortunately, Rinpoche, and many of our friends, no? So many times Rinpoche give flower to each one of us, and we think, oh, beautiful, need to put in a vase, yeah? Maybe I press and I keep, but we didn't understand emptiness, yeah? At least me, maybe you did, I don't know. Me, I didn't, yeah? But anyway, so in our Vajrayana practice, we have like this many levels of teaching. We have in our Ganden Nyingma tradition, it's called the Union of Sutra and Tantra, yeah? Okay? So we have beautiful teachings, yeah, like kind of Buddhist psychology, actually, yeah. how to transform the mind, how to transform the habits, how to open the heart, how to understand the nature of reality, how to practice a ahimsa, non-violent, ethical life, yeah. And then we have the tantric path. So we're very lucky, that we have, our teachers teach us all these wonderful things, yeah. So let's look today a little bit at the language of symbols, okay? Obviously related to the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing practice, because we have so many, incredible, huge number in Vajrayana Buddhism, in our tradition, yeah? So let me just, hang on one second. Let me find my I take some notes now, based on Rinpoche teachings. Let me have a look, one second. Okay, where are we? Five fathers. Yes, one second. 5 symbols. Okay, here we are. 5 symbols. Okay. So let's follow the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing book. And actually, what we'll do is we'll start. Actually, we should start from. It says here, as you very well know, most of you. It says. Page 95 in my book. First, it says generation of the symbol of Amoghasiddhi at the secret chakra. So it says Hri Le Natso Doji Janku Hri. From Hri arises a green double Vajra marked by Hri. Okay, so actually, Rinpoche, Lama Caroline, he always made us start from the secret chakra with the energy going upwards. Yeah. In this NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing practice, we're following what we call a body mandala, not an external mandala like walking around a stupa or a temple or a Sam mandala or anything like that. We're following the energies and the positions of the energies within our own body. Yeah? Okay, so actually we start with this name, the secret chakra, and go upwards. However, actually I'm going to start with the heart chakra, because to explain a double Vajra, first I had to explain what a single Vajra is, okay? So here in the heart chakra, it says Hung Le Doje Nongpo Hung, yeah? So from Hung Le in Tibetan means from, yeah? From Hung, yeah? We talked a little bit about the seed syllable Hung before, yeah? From Hung arises a Doje Nongpo. Nongpo is blue and Doje means Vajra, yeah? Marked by Hung, yeah? Okay? So let's start there, the first important symbol, yeah? Okay, so one second. Okay, so in our heart chakra appears this. Yeah? Appears a blue Vajra. Okay, this symbol here. So this obviously this is one. Well, I think one friend many years ago she drew. I think Anna Maria did this. I think, yeah, beautiful, no? And if we usually see a Vajra like this, okay, this thing here, this metal object, yeah. Now, as Tantric Vajrayana practitioners, actually, one of the things that one should have is a Vajra and a bell. Okay, yeah, it's one of the actual commitments of NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing. Yeah, okay, and why we will explain later. Well, okay, we'll explain immediately. Yeah, okay. The Vajra represents bliss, represents the male energy, represents universal compassion, represents we need to open our heart. As Rinpoche says, we need to change our small, selfish heart into the big, open heart of compassion. And the bell, very simply, represents the female energy, represents wisdom, yeah, represents investigating and understanding the nature of things, how things exist and function, yeah, okay? So what we need to do is generate the blissful mind through various techniques, yeah, subjectively, and meditate on the nature of emptiness, yeah, and how things exist and how things function with our gross and then subtle and then very subtle mind, yeah, and this in a very simple way, yeah, or even more simple, we can say like peace and love, yeah, okay, yeah, or two bodhicittas, absolute bodhicitta, relative bodhicitta. Okay, very simply, this is what the Vajra and bell represents, but we'll talk a lot more about that very shortly, okay? So the Vajra is in the context that we have the Vajra and the bell, and most probably, you've either seen many, many times, you know, for example, in Albaniano or our other centers, or for example, on YouTube or in other Tibetan Buddhist centers, people using the Vajra and bells during the meditation rituals, okay? Okay, more about this later, but first I want to talk about this. So here in this NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing, from the bija, the letter Hung, which we talked about last time. Okay, here is the Hung. We talked about that, remember? Yeah. From the Hung, yeah, arises a blue Vajra. Okay. So what is a Vajra? Why is it arising in my heart chakra? Why is it so interesting? What on earth is it? Yeah. Okay. So let's try and understand what it is. Okay. Okay, and this is very, very, very interesting, actually. Well, like everything's interesting, no? Okay, let's see. I hope you can see that there. Put that there while we talk, yeah? So we're going to, oops, can't see. Let me put there. Let me adjust the screen a little bit so we can see while we're talking, okay? Hang on. Oops, no. Okay, maybe that will do, okay? Hopefully that will be okay. Okay, so we're going to talk about the Vajra. I'll maybe put maybe like this, okay? This is all totally unplugged, as you can see, yeah? 1 second. Hang on, where is it? Hang on, what have I done with it? Oh, okay, here we are. Okay, so the Vajra, yeah? Okay, the Vajra in Sanskrit, yeah, or the Dorje, we say in Tibetan, yeah, is we say we do Vajrayana Buddhism, yeah, means the way of the Vajra, this thing here, yeah. So what is this thing that our practice is called after, yeah? So Vajra, yeah, literally means something like diamond. In Tibetan, Dorje means J. J means lord, and Do means stone. So it means the lord of stones, yeah, okay? So what we actually mean by this is a diamond, yeah, okay? Why is it a diamond? Because it represents our mind, yeah, okay? So we were saying that the bijas, no, they represent the potential for our Buddha nature, yeah? And the Vajra, which is in our heart chakra, yeah, represents the incredible purity of the Buddha nature, which we have, yeah? Okay. Now we have it as a seed, no potential, but finally when it manifests, our Buddhahood is like totally pure, like we say Sangye, no, Buddha, yeah, in Tibetan, totally expanded, totally pure mind, yeah, pure like a diamond, yeah. So this, okay, you might think that doesn't look like a diamond. Diamond looks like what's in a jeweler's shop, yeah, but let me explain to you why this is a diamond, yeah, okay. So, okay, this symbol here, which you may not think looks much like a diamond at the moment, this is actually very much related to the symbol of lightning, actually, yeah, okay. And it's like when we use symbols in Vajrayana Buddhism, what we're doing is we're using archetypal symbols which speak to us on many, many different levels, not just the consciousness, yeah. So actually this one here, okay, the end is closed like this, yeah, okay. See, the end is closed, yeah. But there are some where the end is open, yeah. And the end, the ones where the end are open, it's actually meant to represent like a thunderbolt, yeah. And this is, as far as we know, is actually believed to come originally from the symbol of Indra, yeah? Indra is a Vedic god, yeah? Okay, Lord Buddha Shakyamuni lived in India, didn't he, in the Vedic times, yeah? So what he did is he used all the kind of positive ideas and symbolism of his culture in order to represent the path to awakening, yeah? So in the Vedic culture, Indra was the god of the sky, the god of thunder, yeah, okay? And so the god of thunder, he throws thunderbolts, yeah, and lightning, yeah, and if we look in the sky when there's a storm, no, there's this incredible energy, isn't there? Like, for example, in Albaniano, if you've ever been there, no? In the summer, we have incredible electrical storms, yeah? In fact, the the book Frankenstein, yeah? This is true, yeah? The lady Mary Shelley, who wrote the book Frankenstein, she was staying around Verbania when she wrote Frankenstein, yeah? This thing about the electrical energy reanimating somebody. So in the pre-Alps of North Italy, we have incredible electrical storms, yeah? And we can see this incredible power of lightning many, many times, yeah? So this Vajra, okay, this represents the power and force of like lightening, okay? And this, like, somehow it's like this idea, isn't it, of illumination, like, yeah, completely cutting through our ignorance, completely cutting through our delusions, yeah, okay? And so, for example, for example, in Italy, no, in Napoli, they have this museum, archaeological museum, incredible, of Roman things, Greek things, yeah. And you can see these statues of Jupiter, Zeus, no, he's holding like this huge, massive thunderbolt, yeah. Yeah, why Jupiter is also like the Western European version of Indra, no? Okay. So anyway, so this symbol of the Vajra is actually coming from this. It's like a thunderbolt, actually, yeah? Okay, something very powerful, yeah? Which actually shows the power of the enlightened mind to cut through delusion, yeah? Okay. So anyway, so we always, when we hold it, we always hold it in the right hand, which now, before, when I was talking about the channels, I actually said, which is also true, yeah, that the right channel represents the solar energy, which is the female, yeah, okay, yeah, and the male channel, yeah, represents the lunar male energy, yeah, okay. Now that is not a mistake, okay. That's it from the, let's say, from medical point of view, from many meditations, we're meditating like that, okay. But now, we need to have a flexible mind in Buddhism. Okay, it's true. No, we shouldn't grasp at like one position. Yeah. Now the right hand is the male side. Okay. Yeah, represents universal compassion, love, empathy, bodhicitta. Yeah, and the left side represents the female energies of peace, space, understanding the nature of reality. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and this is also correct. Yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe there's like an outer manifestation. Yeah. Like, and an inner manifestation, yeah, which are like mirror images. It could be, no, everything's possible, yeah. So anyway, so the Vajra, yeah, okay, is the Vajra and the bell. Actually, the Vajra is as the implement of Vajra Sattva and Vajradhara, yeah. So when we do NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing, we arise as Vajra Sattva, yeah. And I don't know if you've ever seen an image of Vajrasattva. So many times Vajrasattva is like this, holding the Vajra, showing this symbol, yeah, okay. And also Vajradhara, the tantric aspect of Shakyamuni, is in this gesture, holding the Vajra and bell. Rinpoche calls this gesture the hugging mudra, like no more enemies. That means everybody's our friend, bringing everybody close to our heart, yeah, okay. Very beautiful, yeah, okay. So why is Vajrasattva holding this, showing us this symbol? Why is it so important? Yeah, okay. So inside here actually is the whole path to enlightenment. Yeah, let me hope you can see that. Let me see. Can you see? Okay, yeah. Okay, so we start here. Okay, so in the center there's a kind of circle. Yeah, okay, you can see. Where's that Vajra? There's a kind of like thing here, which is, it looks a bit like, I don't know, like an egg or something, yeah, okay. So what is this, yeah? So in the center, this represents actually how things exist, how things function, yeah? So everything is empty of inherent existence, yeah? So we call this actually the Dharma Dhatu, the sphere, yeah, of reality. So that means that everything ultimately is unfindable if you search for them. However, it doesn't mean that things don't exist, yeah? Because things are not the way they appear, because you cannot find a fixed essence. That's how things exist and function. This allows the possibility for interdependence and for how the world actually works, actually, yeah? So anyways, this is kind of like the sphere of potential, actually, okay? The Dharma Dhatu, yeah, okay? And one second, yeah. Okay, so there's actually a very, very deep symbolism of the Vajra, yeah, which I thought now today I might share it with you, okay? So this is emptiness, yeah. Many times actually in the center there is a hum, actually, yeah, okay. Yeah, so this is the churni in Tibetan, yeah, which is the nature of reality. We say Dhamma Dhatu, yeah, Dhammata, Dhamma Dhatu, yeah. And inside is a hung, yeah, the bija hung, yeah. Now I was saying before that hung has like ha and U and M, no? Okay, 3 parts, yeah? So there's many interesting, so many beautiful explanations in our tradition. The Ha, for example, we can say this is a dependently arising phenomena, or Hetu, yeah? And the U is the emptiness of gross conceptual thought, yeah? And the M is the anosphera, the zero, is the emptiness of all phenomena, yeah? So anyway, so in the center is a Hung, yeah? Okay? And here, anyway, this is the sphere of potential. Now, I don't know, can you see there's it's coming like these bands, yeah? And then a lotus, yeah? And then this bit, and then this thing, yeah, here. Actually, this bit here is actually like a makara or a crocodile tongue, yeah? Okay? Okay, so all this is a really incredible, beautiful meaning, actually, yeah? So these 3 rings here, can you see? Yeah? Okay, this is let's say, the emptiness of all phenomena, emptiness and dependent arising, yeah? Okay? And these 3 bits here, this is actually something called emptiness, signlessness, and wishlessness, okay? Which is 3 ways of meditating on emptiness, on the nature of phenomena. So now I don't have like a PDF or anything to show you, but on Borobudur, on the bas reliefs of Borobudur, on the Lalita Vistara, when Lord Buddha achieves enlightenment, round his head is one triangle, yeah, okay? So always, actually, Rinpoche said that this represents this emptiness, signlessness, and wishlessness, which is the way to meditate deeply on the nature of reality. So this is represented here. So anyway, so if you want to know about that in detail, actually, I'm sure Lama Michel will in his sutra teachings is explaining all these kind of incredible things, yeah? So this is showing us how to meditate on the nature of phenomena in a very deep way, okay? Those bands there, yeah? So everything is not just random in these symbols. It all has a very precise meaning to show the spiritual path, yeah? Okay, so then, can you see here? There's 2. It's like from 1 is coming 2, isn't it? Like, okay, so this is kind of like our mind, isn't it? We're producing, actually, not on the samsara level, we're producing duality, yeah? But here in the enlightened state, we're going to produce actually the 5 Father Buddhas, the 5 pure consciousnesses, and the 5 Mother Buddhas, which are the 5 elements, yeah? Okay? So this, actually, okay, this is okay, how do you say, actually represents this, yeah? So you see this tanka here, this beautiful tanka, which was made by 2 tankas made by Annie Weber, which Lama Ganchen has in his Labrang in Italy. So the Vajra represents this, the 5 fathers and the 5 Mother Buddhas fully manifested, yeah, okay? All contained within here, yeah? So the plot thickens, yeah, okay? So from 1 point, let's say new bliss and emptiness, and here is the emptiness, signlessness, and wishlessness. There appears 2 8-petaled lotuses, yeah, okay? So these 8 petals show us what's called the 16 emptinesses, yeah? So this is when we start to investigate the nature of reality, yeah? It's like we always have this like feeling that there's something behind reality, yeah? So we're always like grasping that there's something there. So the 16 emptinesses are things like the emptiness of the elements, the emptiness of emptiness, the emptiness of Buddha, the emptiness of God, you know, everything that we think is there, the emptiness of consciousness, everything we think that is behind phenomena, like a permanent thing, yeah? So these 16 petals show that there's a thing called the 16 emptinesses, which something we need to go through, actually, to convince ourselves of how reality actually is, okay, yeah? Okay. Then, okay, still with me, hopefully. Yeah. Actually, it's really incredible because we have all these things. We've had, most of us, we've had like Vajra for many, many, many years, and we no idea what the symbolism is, yeah? Like, who would have thought, yeah, that's the lotus petals mean this. And then can you see here, there's like 3 bands there and 3 bands on the other side. So this is showing the 6 bodhisattva perfection, yeah? So what does that mean? Perfection of generosity, perfection of ethics, perfection of patience, perfection of energy, perfection of concentration, perfection of wisdom, yeah? This is the bodhisattva path, yeah? Okay? So it's showing incredible things, no? Also, of course, we can say the lotus, of course, symbolizes renunciation. Actually, we say definite emergence, no? Means I'm fed up with me. My whole life I tried to be happy and I never got it right all the time. Got it wrong, just created casino for myself and others. Yeah. Again and again, I made a mistake with my job, my relationship, my everything, all wrong. Yeah, my shopping, my diet, what I watch on TV, everything is a mess. I just hurt myself and others. Life is boring. I'm fed up. But fortunately, there's a better way to live. I want that. Yeah, I want to change. I want to evolve. I want to get out of my personal samsara. Yeah. And as Rinpoche says, oh, Guru Buddha, what I'm doing, I really don't know. Please show me the right way. Yeah. So fortunately, the Guru Buddha showed us in many, many different ways the right way, including through the language of symbols. Yeah. Okay. So, okay, the lotuses mean, oh, Guru Buddha, I would like to change. I'd like to break out from my personal samsara. And how am I going to break out? By practicing the 6 bodhisattva perfections. Yeah. I'm going to take the bodhisattva vow. I want to become a Buddha for the benefit of all beings. And to transform myself, I need to practice perfect generosity, ethics, patience, energy, concentration, and wisdom. Yeah, okay? Okay, so, yeah. So 6 perfections, yeah? Incredible, yeah? Also, I must admit, me too, I was not really focusing on all these details of what was on the Vajra, but it's so incredible, yeah? Like Rinpoche said to me many times, you should explain the symbolism of the throne, explain the symbolism of the stupa, explain the symbolism of this and that. So, yeah, yes, of course, Rinpoche. And why? Because each thing, actually, that we have is showing the path to explain the symbolism of the mandala and the kitna. Each thing is showing the path to enlightenment, yeah? It's incredible. Like everything that we pick up, it's like one message, like how to get enlightened is there, how to get enlightened is there, everywhere within our Vajrayana things, yeah, okay? So that's why Rinpoche was saying that, yeah? So therefore we should talk about it more often, no? Okay, so actually, you can't see here, but here at the end, above the lotus and the perfections, no? Actually, here is one moon, yeah, okay? So, moon means bodhicitta. Actually, you can see on my light, yeah? Rinpoche always said we should go to the moon, yeah? We should have the full moon mind of enlightenment, yeah? And Rinpoche always said many times, you modern people, you've been to the moon, it cost billions of dollars. What did you bring back? Only rocks, no meaning. We lamas have been to the inner moon of bodhicitta, yeah, the 2 bodhicittas of universal compassion and emptiness. We really brought back something useful for the benefit of humanity. Yeah, so I'll put Rinpoche there on the moon today. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so we visualize the moon. Yeah, here. Yeah. Okay, so bliss and emptiness. Yeah. And the 16 emptinesses. We need to emerge from our personal samsara. We need to practice the 6 perfections. And we need to develop the 2 bodhicittas, actually. So here the full moon represents relative bodhicitta, which is, okay, as Rinpoche said, we need to change our small selfish heart into the big open heart of compassion, yeah? Not just me, I'm depressed, I'm sad, I'm bored, yeah? Etc., yeah? It's like, oh, what about everybody else? You know, what can I do to make other people's lives better? This is the meaning of life, isn't it, yeah? And the more we think about others, the better everything will be, yeah? And there's stages of opening the heart towards others that we call bodhicitta. Citta means mind, bodhi means awakening, until finally it's kind of obvious and automatic that we should find the meaning of life by working on ourselves, yeah, in order to become the best person we can be for the benefit of other beings, if possible, even a bodhisattva or a Buddha, yeah. And of course, we should work on ourselves and we should get up and do something. There's two parts to our path, yeah, the vast path and the profound path. Profound path means sit down and meditate, or anyway, think about the nature of reality, yeah. Work on yourself, yeah. Vast path means get up and help somebody, yeah, basically, yeah. Okay, at a certain point of the spiritual path, there's not one or the other, but for us at the moment, it's either work on yourself, think about reality, or go and help somebody, yeah? But on a different level of the bodhisattva path, there's no contradiction, yeah? You can understand the nature of reality while helping others, yeah? Okay, but bit by bit, we need to reach this higher level, yeah? At least me, anyway, yeah? So anyway, okay, so actually, maybe this you can see maybe better on this one, okay? There's like a moon, I don't know, see there's like a disc, a moon disc, yeah? Then you can see there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pointy things, yeah? Like, so actually, these things actually are really incredible, yeah? These things are actually, this thing here is like a kind of crocodile, and this is its tongue, yeah? Okay, so it's like 5 crocodile heads, and their tongues are touching, yeah? Okay? So why on earth have we got 5 crocodile tongues, yeah? Like at the end of this, what does this represent, yeah? So this is super nice, yeah? Well, it's all super nice now. So this thing here is called a makara, yeah? So it's something like a crocodile, yeah? Okay, alligator, something like that. So the idea of this basically is like, okay, maybe our Brazilian friends, they know what it is to have a, what do you call it, a jacaré or an alligator. When you're swimming and you see one, the eyes like, you start swimming, no? But it's like this idea that this jet makara, basically it's like something in our subconscious, you know, like the Jaws film, you're like, duh, 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 duh. So it's like our subconscious, yeah? So it's like, as Rinpoche said, like we're just going along in life, and then all of a sudden, something happens. Yeah, like duh, 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 yeah. What happened was that we create some condition for our inner negativity duh, 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 to get us. Yeah, okay. So this makara shows the force of the subconscious. Okay. So at the moment, actually, what we have, like me, what I have is 5 delusions. Okay, I have like ignorance, and aggression, and materialistic grasping, and unlimited desire, and fear and jealousy, yeah? And all those things, not only in my conscious mind, but they're very, very strongly affecting my subconscious mind, yeah? My over the course of this life, and actually many lives, I've done all kinds of incredible, you and me, not just me, also you, yeah? We've done many incredible actions, with not some good, some bad, some neutral, with body, speech, and mind, all that's recorded, yeah? Rinpoche used to say it was in our karma disc, yeah? Okay. We have different schools of philosophy. We have one school of philosophy where we have something called the 8 consciousnesses. One is called the Vijnana. Anyway, the storehouse consciousness. I need to remember the Sanskrit name. But anyway, basically, God is not watching you, okay? CCTV is not watching you, but everything you do is recorded within your own subtle mind, yeah? So there's no escape from our own truth, you know? So there's no point trying to kid ourselves, because whatever we do finally comes back to us. This is the idea of karma, isn't it, yeah? And why everything eventually comes back to us, because everything we do is recorded within our, let's say from this point of view, this school of thought, yeah? Everything we do is recorded in this, Rinpoche used to call it the inner space disk, yeah? Yeah, or karma disk used to call it sometimes, yeah? And this disk, this inner space disk, goes with us from life to life. So we can't like throw it away or smash it up like you can do nowadays, or melt it, yeah? Like you can do with a hard disk of your computer. No, this karma disk is always going to go together with our consciousness. And all we can do is try and clean it and purify the imprints within it, yeah? Okay. So this is the idea. Now we have like 5 impure consciousnesses. We have ignorance. Why is ignorance unknowing in the center? Why? It's because it's the fundamental problem, no? And by ignorance we mean my mind does not project reality in the correct way, yeah? Since I was born and nobody knows why, it's like my mind is broken, yeah? Okay. So it's like automatically I perceive things as having a truly existent self, yeah? I perceive things in a dualistic way, yeah? And I think whatever, I don't know, let's say, for example, I see this and I think, oh, it's so beautiful, I want it, if only I had that, I'd be happy. And maybe I don't think that consciously, but everything that gives me any kind of pleasant sensation, I grasp at it, yeah? I develop desirous attachment, yeah? Okay, I get obsessed with wanting to possess it, to have it. And I'm obsessed because I think if I had that, I would truly be happy, yeah? Okay. So you can see this is definitely going to go wrong. Obsessively trying to get things, and which actually will not bring me happiness, but I've convinced myself they will. So obviously that's going to cause me loads of problems. And then okay, so there's unknowing, yeah? And then it's producing, okay, desire attachment, one kind of obsession, to producing aversion, aggression, another kind of another kind of obsession, and then actually two more, which is materialistic grasping and fear. So anyway, so the ordinary mind is like this, but actually we can transform them. It's like Beauty and the Beast, like the film, the Disney film. Now it's like Makara, and then sooner or later, let's say the jaws, the shark of our subconscious is going to get us, and then we get a problem. Many things go wrong. We suffer, It's like, oh, why me? Why me? Because we have all these like in our subconscious, But through the practice of the Dharma, we can purify our mind on the gross, subtle, and very subtle mind, a gross, subtle, and very subtle level. And then finally, by our incredible tantric technology, we can transform this into 5 pure wisdom consciousnesses, which we'll talk a lot more about when we come to 5 Supreme Healer Buddhas. But for example, the ignorance now is transformed into the mirror-like wisdom, and so on and so on. And the aggression is transformed into the Dharmadhatu wisdom, and so on and so on, so into the pure states of consciousness, Anyway, this is an incredible deep subject, and we'll be going to be talking about this for many, many weeks, Those of you who like to follow this kind of idea, no? So this side, represents the transformation of the 5 delusions, 5 primary delusions into the 5 wisdom consciousnesses, And this side represents the transformation of the 5 impure elements into the 5 we call great element mothers, pure elements. And how is it possible to transform? By actually, it's like we go backwards now, isn't it? Here is like duality, isn't it? So we understand we need to meditate on the empty nature of all things, on the gross, subtle, and this is this circle, this sphere, this dharmata, this, in the center, the egg, like the potential, So anyway, so this symbol, the Vajra, is actually showing us the whole path to enlightenment. So here, let's say here is Vairocana and Akshobhya and Ratnasambhava and Amitabha and Amoghasiddhi, okay? And then on the other side is the 5 mother consorts, So in the center is Vairocana, no? So here is the great space mother, Akasha Vajra. Let's say here is actually also when one has a Vajra, by the way, when you buy a Vajra, you have to get it blessed, okay? We have a ritual of blessing. Just now in Albaniana we have Ravne Chemmo, but we have also a ritual to bless Vajra and Bell. And also this doesn't have one, but you should tie a string, on your Vajra so you know which is up and which is down. And why you need to know is because one is the 5 Buddhas and the other is the 5 elements, So there's some meaning to being able to distinguish one side and the other, okay? So I was saying, okay, there's the mandala of the 5 Buddhas. So in the center is Vairocana, and then there's Akasha Vajra, the great space mother, Here is Akshobhya, and here is Mamaki, okay? Mamaki is the great water mother, okay? Pure water element. And remember, we said many times that consciousness and the pure stream of elemental energy, the prana, are two sides of the same coin, okay? In reality, they're not exactly the same thing, but it's impossible to distinguish them, I mean, we can distinguish them, but they're always together, Whenever there's a thought, there's energy, Whenever there's energy, there's consciousness. You can't have one without the other. It's not possible, So from Akshobhya and Mamaki. Mamaki means mine, actually, in Sanskrit. Everything is mine, Anyway, we'll explain this later, the great water mother. Here is Ratnasambhava and Lochana. Lochana, the eye of the Buddha. She's the pure earth element. Here is Amitabha and Pandaravasini, the great fire mother, Gokamo, the white-robed one, pure intuition, And here is Supreme Healer Amoghasiddhi and Samayatara, the great wind mother, okay? Commitment Tara, Damsik Dharma, So this, okay, so much. You might think, I don't understand anything, no problem, Actually, the whole path of NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing is inside this, the symbol of Vajra, And this is actually one reason why in the those of us who receive the initiation of the tantric practices, actually the 4 classes of tantra, one of the commitments is to carry the vajra and the bell. Yeah, okay. Why? Because it's like one incredible meaning. Yeah, you can just meditate on that actually. Yeah. Also in the bell, everything is there. Yeah. Okay, so in here is the 5 fathers and the 5 mothers. Actually, one incredible place where we can this makara here. Funny crocodile with a big tongue. Yeah, one place where we can see this in a really incredible way is if we go to Indonesia. Yeah, so many times, many of us had the good fortune to go together with Lama Caroline to Borobudur, no? And how do you say, like on the Borobudur, the Borobudur mandala, there's the steps when you go up, and on the side, if you look, there's like this big mouth, on the side, the thing you hold as you go up the stairs is the tongue of the makara. Yeah, so the best example in the world is if you look in either Borobudur or the other Candi, the other Buddhist and Hindu temple in Java in Indonesia. Yeah, so please look. Sorry, and I don't have PowerPoint or anything. This is live presentation. Please look on the internet or in any of Lama Genshin books, and you see beautiful, big, this big mouth, like it's like this makara tongue. Yeah, okay. So anyway, we need so the Vajra symbol is showing the basis, the path, and the result. Yeah, incredible things. Yeah, really amazing. Yeah, and of course, even that's not it. Yeah. So we said before, there's where's my picture? We're saying here. Let me use my Vajra as a pointer. Yeah. Can you see it here? There's the lotus, and then there's like 3 bands and 3 bands. So this is the 6 bodhisattva perfection. Okay, perfect generosity, ethic, patience, energy, concentration, and wisdom. Usually we say 6 perfection, no? But if we look here, there's 10 things. Yeah. So tantric way, we can say this is 5 father Buddha, 5 mother Buddha. Okay, but also from our sutra point of view, sometimes we talk about 10 bhumi, 10 bodhisattva perfect paramita, yeah, and 10 bhumi, yeah, okay. So this is actually very similar to when we talk about Borobudur, no? On Borobudur, if we count from the bottom up to the top, there are 10 levels, yeah, okay. So these are called the 10 bhumi. So what is a 10 bhumi? Yeah. So a bodhisattva ground, a bhumi, is first we develop definite emergence. That's the lotus, okay? Yeah. I want to change. I'm fed up with me. My life is not okay. I'm just miserable. I create suffering, yeah? Okay. I develop definite emergence. Then we develop some kind of bodhicitta, at least a wish to become like a bodhisattva, thinking, oh, I would so much like to be somebody like, for example, Rinpoche. No, I saw Rinpoche. It's true, people are really so amazing, like that, incredible quality. I would like to be something like this, something similar, according to my capacity. So first we call wishing bodhicitta, like we just wish, we aspire for that, and then finally, later we develop what's called actualizing bodhicitta, where that becomes like totally fixed idea in our mind. So all the time, it's not like we have to think about it. It's just like, what else is there to do in life? Yeah, I have to grow. I have to help others. It's not like, oh, maybe I will, maybe I won't. No, the actualizing bodhicitta is fixed within our minds. So anyway, with definite emergence, with bodhicitta, we start to investigate the nature of reality. Actually, this one, yeah, okay, yeah. That means we start to listen to and think about and meditate on explanations about emptiness, at least thinking Om Shunyata Jana Benza Sabhawa Atma Koham, yeah, or all things are dependent arising, yeah, including myself. We have to think about the nature of reality, yeah. So we spend time to think about reality by whatever way we're capable, yeah, even looking at nature, yeah, like for example, yeah, Mahakashyapa, he looked at the flower, yeah, looked at nature, and he understood everything, yeah. Looking at nature, if we look correctly, it's possible to free the mind from suffering and attain emptiness, yeah, okay? Yeah, achieve the right view, the correct view of reality. So we keep on listening to teachings, thinking about the nature of reality, and one day, we get the first flash, the first direct experience of how reality actually is. It's the first time our mind actually becomes healthy, actually, So that first point, we call actually the path of seeing, So I forgot to mention before that we need to practice what's called the 5 bodhisattva path. The first path is the path of accumulation. So that means we generate. Anyway, I can't remember whether it's preparation or accumulation. First, we generate renunciation and bodhicitta. Second one, we think about emptiness with this motivation. This is the path, I think, of preparation. First is accumulation because we're generating bodhicitta. Second one, the path of preparation, is thinking about emptiness, like with the conceptual mind again and again. This is our Indian way. This is our Galupa way, our Lama way. And then one day we get the first flash. We experience directly reality for the first time, So in a lot of kind of Buddhist traditions, like Japanese Buddhism, they call this like satori, like a breakthrough experience, and we could definitely experience a breakthrough experience of the nature of reality. But because we follow like Lama Tsongkhapa and our Tibetan masters, they follow going back to the Indian tradition, which means what we need is to have to repeat the meditation many times, and this is what the bhumis are. It's like cleaning the mind of. First we have to start with like the, how can I say, like the most dirty part of the mind, and then gradually the mind, as we get cleaner and cleaner, as we progress through the mind, until after 10 levels it's completely clean. So let me put this in a modern way. The washing machine. Our washing machine has the dial, and we have like all these programs, like very hot to cool, and we have like very dirty to very fine, delicate things. So we need to wash our mind again and again with the meditation on emptiness, with the mind of bodhicitta, either in the sutra way or in the tantra way. The tantra way is to generate ourselves as the Guru Buddha, and then in the state of the awareness of ourselves as a Guru Buddha, to meditate on the nature of emptiness, once we've woken up the subtle mind, So we need to it's like our washing machine. We need to run our washing machine many times. First, like very dirty, and then less dirty, and so on. So there's many levels of dirt we need to remove from our mind. So the first kind of dirt that we remove from our mind is actually anger, The most gross kind of delusions are the easiest. You might think anger is very difficult to remove. Well, according to our Mahayana teachings, our Abhisamaya Alamkara and so on, the easiest one to get rid of is anger, So, and actually the hardest ones to remove is actually subtle desire, and dualistic appearance, not understanding fully the nature of reality, So the mind gradually, in 10 levels, cleans itself, So therefore, we can say, up from the sutra point of view, we have these 10, makara, heads and tongues, which also represent this process of passing through the 10 bhumis, So the first bhumi is called the path of seeing, and the whole thing of like washing your mind again and again, and many different cycles and so on, is one. Bhumi means ground in Sanskrit, spiritual ground, So we're going through. It's like, so it's like, why it's called a ground is actually it's a stable realization. It's not like, I don't know, like quicksand, The idea is that each level of our spiritual development is very stable, That's what we want, okay? Not like this, no? One step, stable step, Then next step, looks like Bourbador, no? Next level, very stable, Next level, and so on, So all the washing of the mind, 10 levels of cleaning, putting washing powder of bliss and emptiness and so on again and again, and the Guru's blessing, This is, we call the path of meditation. So it means we need to meditate again and again on the nature of emptiness. So this is actually one thing about our our Tibetan Buddhism. No, we follow the tradition of the Indian masters. So we don't believe in just this like breakthrough enlightenment experience. We believe that, well, let's say, maybe, who knows, maybe some people, they're very special karma, and like, I don't know, like Mahakasyapa just looked at the flower and he went, did the whole thing, no? So obviously he could, no? But for most of us, like ordinary people, we need to we go in stages, yeah? But for sure, there's some high people, they have an exception, but generally we go like this, okay? So we wash the mind in the path of meditation, and finally we get to the 10th bhumi, the 10th ground, yeah, 10th level, and that's called the path of no more learning, yeah. So in the sutra teachings, yeah, that's called that's Buddhahood, no. So if we look at on Borobudur, no, Lalita Vistara, when the Buddha achieves enlightenment in Bodh Gaya on the Vajra Asana, you can see the picture. He has a triangle around his head, no. If you look there, this is when the Buddha reached the 10th bhumi, yeah, okay. However, because, thanks to our gurus like Kyabje Ganshin Rinpoche and the great masters before him, Kyabje Song Rinpoche, Pabonka Rinpoche, and so on, going back through the lineage of great masters of our tradition, yeah. Because we practice the union of Sutra and Tantra, actually we have not 10 bhumis, but 13 bhumi, yeah, okay? So the last 3 are things we need to develop on the Tantric path, yeah, okay? So all these things are actually encoded within this is not showing 13 bits, it's showing 10 bits, it's showing the sutra path. But for example, on the stupa, on the kirtan, yeah, it's showing also 13 bhumis, yeah. So our Buddhist symbolism is so incredible, really. You could just spend, like, for example, you could spend all day like just meditating on that, yeah. And this is in fact the idea, no? Like, everything is there, but our mind is always like never satisfied. You always need to something else. But within the things around us, the essential things that we need for our practice, if we understand the symbol, we understand everything. Yeah, it's actually really, really beautiful. Yeah, and like I say, these things speak to our subconscious. Yeah. Yeah, so it's speaking in the language of symbols, not just in the language of conceptual information, yeah, okay. Just for our information, let me just find this, yeah. So we have 10 parameters, yeah. So this, if we're interested, we can look in the NgalSo Kalachakra Sadhana of Lama Ganshin Rinpoche. There it explains very well about the 10 bhumis. Let me just find it. 1 second, yeah. So normally we say we have 6 bodhisattva perfections. Paramita means actually transcending, yeah. So what that means is it takes us beyond, it takes us out of samsara, yeah? It takes us to the other shore, yeah, to nirvana, to the pure lands, to somewhere else, yeah. So it's the prajna, the paramita, no? It's like a vehicle that takes us out of the ordinary mind to the higher mind, to the bodhisattva mind, to the Buddha mind, yeah. Hang on 1 second. Actually, I can't find it yet, but there's actually like normally we say there's 6 paramita, yeah, but actually there's another 4, which are the perfection of power, skillful means, yeah, yeshu, exalted awareness, yeah, and bala paramita, that's like inner strength, yeah, okay. So why we normally don't talk about the last 4 is first we need to get the first 6. Okay, but when we get to the first 6, then we really start. When we start to have, for example, the prajna paramita, yeah, for number 6, then we start to have the right view of reality. When we start to have the right view of reality, everything changes. Okay, and then actually we move on to the level of an Arya being. Yeah, in Buddhism we only have we have 2 kinds of people, Arya beings and non-Arya beings. Arya means a superior being, yeah? So Arya does not mean like, I don't know, like a Indian person. It does not mean like a Northern European person, yeah, with white skin and blonde hair. No, an Arya means somebody who understood the meaning of reality, yeah? Who sees clearly things as they are, yeah? So actually, in our Buddhist tradition, truly, we respect the Arya beings, the one who have clear vision of reality, yeah? And everybody else who's like ordinary person, okay, they may be, I don't know, may have won a Nobel Prize or made a lot of money or be famous or something. But truly, the ones that we put our respect towards is the Arya beings. That's why we give so much respect to the high lamas of our tradition, because they have this different understanding of reality. It's like everybody else, we're like blind, yeah? And they're the only ones who can see, yeah? Yeah? So that's why we offer so much respect towards them, because we recognize this quality, yeah? Okay. So anyway, so when we get the sixth perfection, the sixth present, then we actually become an Arya being when we understand the nature of reality, yeah? Okay. Then the others, okay, easy actually, once we got to that point, yeah? So anyway, so many beautiful things, yeah? Incredible things actually within here, yeah? So here is transforming the 5 base emotions of ignorance, anger, materialistic grasping, desire, and fear into the 5 Dhyani Buddhas, and the 5 impure elements into the 5 pure elements. Or we can say it's showing the path of the 10 bhumis, which is the essence of the Mahayana path. Yeah, we need to develop the 5 Mahayana paths. Yeah, and the 10 bhumis, the 10 grounds. Yeah, when we got through the 5 paths. Actually, in Borobudur, if you look, it looks like a kind of cake or something. I don't know. There's like 5 big levels we can see on the side. But then if we count all the little levels and everything, there's 10. Yeah, because it cleverly shows the 5 spiritual paths and the 10 bhumis. Yeah, okay. Because Borobudur was built to show the essence of Theravada, Mahayana, and Vajrayana Buddhism, yeah, the essence of the Buddhist culture of that time, no, of Indonesian Buddhism, no. Also, it shows the 10 perfections, yeah, okay, yeah, and also, by the way, 10, another thing, we have 10 directions, don't we? So also, some, yeah, in we have the okay, generally we have space, no, okay. Space is the underlying element. It's the basis of everything. Space gives the possibility for all the other elements to dance, we say, to dance and to move, yeah? But we orient ourselves in space, actually, based on the sun movement, yeah? So where the sun rises, we call east, and then south, and where the sun sets is west, and so on. So we have the 4 cardinal directions, the 4 intermediate directions, yeah? And then we have up and down, the 10 directions, yeah, okay? So this is also actually giving the idea of like need to make peace with the environment, yeah? The environment and astrology things and all so many beautiful things, yeah? It's like endless amount of amazing things, yeah, okay? Okay, yeah? So many beautiful things, yeah, okay? Really, really, really incredible, yeah? Anyway, so that's just the Vajra, okay? Actually, now I've just realized I've spent all of this, no problem, no? We spent all this time talking about the Vajra, yeah, okay? So why? So many beautiful things, yeah? So we say, Hung, Le Doje, and Nongpo Hung, yeah? From the Bija Hung, yeah? Blue lights and nectars, yeah? From that, it dissolves into emptiness, and then our potential to achieve the Dharmadhatu wisdom of Supreme Healer Akshobhya to transform our aggressivity and anger into a stable mind of love and compassion, yeah, and to understand the nature of all things, yeah. This manifests as this Vajra symbol within our heart chakra, yeah, okay. So beautiful, yeah. So this is very important, yeah, okay. So of course, in our NgalSo book and sadhana, we have all beautifully this is one actually we made. This is one Rinpoche made self-healing, yeah. These were some of the tests that we made for the DVD. The way you can see Rinpoche now doing self-healing. Yeah? So Rinpoche, together with Ducho and Anna Maria, his artist, they prepare all these symbols as tests, yeah, to show the symbols on the DVD. Yeah? That's just one that happens to be around here, yeah? Okay. Okay, so that was the Vajra. Okay, let me see if there's any questions, yeah? Okay, let's see here. Fabrizio. I think Fabrizio is Italian, I think, yeah? I think so. Maybe I'm wrong, anyway. He says, I'm thinking about buying online a doje, but he says, is it used to, yes, you can't just buy, well, you can, but you always buy a set, no? Vajra and Bell, yeah? Yeah. they need to be together. It's a set, yeah. Actually, you don't need to buy Fabrizio. If you're Italian, you don't need to buy them online, yeah. You can buy them, for example. Well, actually, in Albaniano, NgalSo.org, we have a web shop. Or actually, if you like, if not, many of our friends, no. For example, I see here is Tunla, no, okay. Rinpoche nephew, okay? There's a shop in Milano. If you're in Milano, you can go there. If not, maybe you go to our web shop. If not, plenty of Dharma centers around the world where you can buy these things online. But if you buy one, yeah, you need to buy a nice one, yeah? Okay. So, for example, on our NgalSo.org website, yeah, what people there are trying to do is sell good quality things for Dharma practitioners. So of course, okay, one thing they need to pay the bills, no? Okay, but they would try and get the best one, the most beautiful one, the most suitable one for Dharma practitioners, yeah? So that means, for example, okay, here's one Vajra, one bell. I just happen to pick it off my altar, yeah? I've got several, yeah? So what it needs is, it needs to be, actually the metal, no, it has like either 5 or 7 metals, yeah? Why? Because it's, anyway, for the sound, it's very important, yeah? And it means to make peace with the elements, either 5 elements or with the 7 planets, yeah? So it needs to be a special kind of metal, not any kind of metal. And then all the features need to be, so it needs to have a good sound, and all the details need to be like clear, yeah? Why? Because it's an object of meditation, yeah? The bell we'll talk about maybe next time, another time, but it has many, many symbols on it, yeah? So they need to be clear, well done. And also, very importantly, the bell needs to have a good sound, yeah? So buying online, yeah? How will you know? Then you need to trust. Either you can go to, like, for example, Dharma shop of a friend, yeah? Or like our Albaniano shop, they guarantee they sell nice things, yeah? Because the point is for Dharma practitioners to have a good time, yeah? And of course, all other Dharma centers, I'm sure, do too, no? Yeah? So, Fabrizio, yeah? Maybe you look on the Albaniano site. I don't know which part of Italy you live on. If you live in Milano, maybe you go to Tunla, I don't know, yeah? But anyway, all these things we need to understand a little bit about the quality of it, yeah? Okay? Yeah, because, like, for example, me, when I was young, no? First, I don't have any money, first problem, but then just get whatever Vajra and Bell you can get. But gradually, it's like everything, then you understand, like, more the quality of things, yeah? And their function, yeah? So, so these things about the well done and the metal, it's important. Like, to have a good sound is important, because with the bell, this one's a bit clangy, yeah? But we're meditating on the emptiness of sound, no? So we need preferably to have a good sound, yeah? Okay. Let's try with this, for example, yeah? Okay, one singing bowl, like the Albaniano community, one year they give me this for my birthday, yeah? So, okay, with the sound, no? Where is the sound, yeah? So if it has a nice sound, it's better, isn't it? Yeah? More enjoyable, yeah? Is it in the stick? Is it in the bowl? Is it in the air? Is it in my brain? Where is it? Yeah, where is the sound? This is the classic example of how to understand the nature of reality. In the Gyetompa, the 8,000 verse Prajna Paramita, the Bodhisattva, always crying, he spends 35 chapters, I think, anyway, many, many chapters, going around asking many Bodhisattva, many Arhat, please teach me the nature of reality, yeah? And he's always crying because nobody tells him properly what's the nature of reality. So he's not satisfied. And finally, in the last chapter, he meets one guru, actually sitting in a marketplace in the center of a town, and he has like a harp, yeah? And the guru is playing music on the harp. And the guru says, please come here, sit down. And he plays in them the music and says, where is the sound, yeah? And then finally, the Bodhisattva, always crying, stops crying, yeah? And becomes completely happy because he understands the nature of reality by meditating on the emptiness of sound, yeah? So, okay, all these things are interesting and important, yeah? So this thing of music in Buddhism, we have very, very long tradition, yeah? Going back to the time of the Buddha, yeah? So beautiful, Buddhism, yeah? It's like all the things around us we use in a better way. Like, for example, Mahakashyapa, look at a flower, understood the nature of reality, his mind was freed, yeah? Bodhisattva, always crying, he listened to the sound of a harp and his mind became freed, yeah? He went out of samsara, become an Arhat. He was already a Bodhisattva, no? So he must have become an Arya Bodhisattva, yeah? Because a Bodhisattva, when they understand the nature of reality, they become a 7th Bhumi Bodhisattva, yeah? Yeah. So anyway, there's all these kind of things in Buddhism, like an arhat has the same realization of reality as an Arya Bodhisattva. What's different is their motivation, yeah? The Bodhisattva has like a bigger idea, wants to help many, many people, yeah? Whereas an arhat is, they found peace for themselves, yeah? Okay, which of course is wonderful. But what we need is this big mind thinking, it's okay, but my friends, my family, my country, I need to take care of everybody, this like big mind, yeah? So this is why we respect much more in our tradition, yeah? We respect much more the Bodhisattva view, yeah? But of course we have full respect also for the Arhat, the holy beings, yeah? One time we were in Burma with Rinpoche, and he went to try and find one master, yeah, who was considered to be a living arhat, yeah. So in the Burmese tradition of Theravada Buddhism, they still have living arhat, yeah. So I think I was there. I think Rinpoche, I mean, I was difficult to understand everything, but I think Rinpoche did actually meet this living arhat, yeah. So so we Rinpoche showed us, of course, it's our way, no? It's in our Vajrayana ways. We have full respect for all Theravada master, full respect for all Mahayana teachings and Guru and everybody, yeah? Full respect for all Vajrayana people, yeah? All lineage of Tibetan Buddhism, whatever. This is the way, and Rinpoche show us like this. We need to do like our Guru way, yeah? Okay? Anyway, so, yes. So, Fabrizio, yes. So, please, maybe also we have in our group, no? We have many, many friends, yeah? Okay, we have all this now NgalSo Zoom group. Please you ask one of our friends, yeah, okay? They also can tell you a lot of things. I don't know, maybe they can show you their Vajra bell on the video conference or something, yeah? Anyway, so how to use it, no problem, yeah? We have in Albaniano, for example, and also, of course, now we have virtual Gompa. We have many ways to teach how to use the Vajra and the bell. Anyway, how to use basically is you hold it when you meditate, okay? This is Vajra in this hand, yeah? Bell in this hand. This is right view of emptiness. This is developing love, compassion, empathy. This is the basic thing, okay? Then when we do the mudras, we always have this feeling that everything is new bliss and emptiness, okay? So basically what we have to do is hold it like that, yeah, okay? And in the traditional rituals, like for example, Lama Chirpa, or all the other traditional rituals that are done within our Ganden Nyingu tradition, actually, most of the time you're supposed to hold the Vajra bell while you're chanting in order to remind yourself that everything is new bliss and emptiness, yeah? Anyway, there's a little bit more to it than that, but bit by bit, if you're interested, of course, you can learn, yeah? Okay? Okay? Okay, so what else? Yes, so this here, this is what we call a closed Vajra, like this. It's a 5-pointed Vajra. We also have something called a 9-pointed Vajra, which means there's actually 4 more spokes here, yeah? That one we call a Rothel Vajra, yeah? And this is that Rothel one, sometimes it's used for example, Lama Genshin, he had a really big one, yeah, okay? That he used to use when he was doing Yamantaka practice and things like that, yeah? So the 9-pointed one, the mandala of the fathers and mothers is there, yeah, okay? And also, we in the Gelugpa tradition, we always have like the Vajra closed like this, okay? But for example, if you look in Borobudur, you see one on the illustrations on the side of Borobudur, you see some Vajras like open, yeah? The points are like that, yeah, okay? And that's like an extra Rothel Vajra. And that's the one that's kind of like a thunderbolt, yeah, okay? Yeah, it's kind of like lightning, yeah? But our one, yeah, is more like this, yeah? A little bit more peaceful, okay? So there's many, many different kinds of Vajra, but we have the 5-pointed one and the 9-pointed one, the closed one, okay? Because for example, if you ever go in, let's say after the pandemic, if you ever go in Kathmandu, for example, there's incredible shops with all kinds of beautiful things, and there's many, many different kinds of Vajras you can buy. So we need to know like which is the ones that's suitable for our practices. So either the 5-pointed one or the 9-pointed one, okay? Closed, yeah, okay. Anyway, so is there any questions, yeah, about that? Let's have a look, yeah? Okay. Okay, apart from Fabrizio? Okay. Oh, hello, Shi Yang. Yes. He said, Shi Yang, he says he's going to Kathmandu. Well, please, if I don't know when, but please enjoy for, oh, wonderful. Please enjoy for all of us then, yeah? How wonderful. We rejoice for you if you can go to Kathmandu, yeah? So it's a beautiful place, no? Yeah. Actually, if you go to Kathmandu, on Swayambhu, yeah, Swayambhu Stupa, yeah, the most incredible Vajra ever. It's enormous, yeah, beautiful, yeah. I don't know from what century. And they have incredible, beautiful things there. So they're easy to go shopping for Dharma objects, yeah. And also, of course, appreciate all the beautiful, spiritual, holy places, yeah. Many times we went with Rinpoche, yeah. And each time he would take us to Swayambhunath, to Bodhanath, to all the different like temples, and he would show us like the meditation of NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing going around the stupa, yeah. So this is one thing actually we need to spend so many times with Rinpoche, okay. So this is one, let's say, tradition that we need to continue, yeah. So for example, in Albagnano now we have the holy stupa of Rinpoche's holy body, no, okay. So this we also need to do. People are doing circumambulation, no? Which is really wonderful. But also we could do as Rinpoche showed us, yeah. NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing around, yeah, okay. Anyway, I just remember like Rinpoche always, whatever stupa we were, big or small, he would take us and we would do self-healing, yeah. So we'd follow like the sides of the stupa. Because in Swayambhunath, for example, the Dhyani Buddhas, they're there clearly on each side. So like on the east side, you can see Akshobhya, yeah. On the south side, Ratnasambhava and Lochana. On the west side, Amitabha and Pandarabhasini. And the north side, Amoghasiddhi and Tara. And actually, because it's a circle, no, then always Vairochana is on the front on the east side. So if you have the good fortune to go to Swayambhunath or Bodhanath, please meditate on NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing. Rinpoche gives us the key, wisdom key to everything. We're so lucky, no? Anyway, so like this, yeah? Okay, put that down. Okay, so today we talked a little bit about the Vajra symbol in the heart, yeah? And next time, yeah, I will talk about, now I'll follow from the secret chakra upwards, yeah? But we had to talk about a Vajra first, before we can talk about a double Vajra, yeah? Okay, so this is a double Vajra. This is actually a friend of mine called Rosemary, who had a centre of Rinpoche in England, in Brighton. She made these symbols, yeah? Okay, so I found these today and I was looking for things to show everybody, yeah? So this is the double Vajra symbol, okay? Actually, you can see you find loads of this on the internet, yeah? So next time we're going to talk about this and meditating on this double Vajra symbol within the secret chakra. What does it mean and so on. So remember, Rinpoche, I was saying last time, Rinpoche said so many beautiful things, no? He said, if the head is full and the heart is cold, it's no good. But if he's kind of, maybe he's joking, he said it, or maybe not, who knows. If the head is empty, but the heart is warm, it's okay, yeah? So, and ideally, we should have both, no? We should have the integration of the mind, the intellect, and the heart, yeah? Would be the best, yeah? That would be our ideal, yeah? But we need to, one is, it's very interesting to know about all these symbols, but then we need to actually meditate on these symbols and let these symbols speak to us, speak to our subconscious, yeah? So this is what we're going to do, for example, during our NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing experience that we're having in our Zoom groups, yeah? So now at the moment we're doing Rinpoche La name mantra, yeah? Okay, till the beginning of the next Tibetan month, yeah? And then bit by bit, we will go through like meditating on, for example, this symbol. We'll try and really concentrate on it and get it to speak to our subconscious, yeah, okay? Not just like blah, 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 very quick, no? And then maybe we have very different experience, yeah? Because these symbols are what we call archetype, no? Isn't it, yeah? So these are like these kind of symbols, yeah? Actually, for example, that like the wheel, no? Yeah. These symbols actually appear in all the different cultures of the world, yeah? Okay, why? Because they're like, let's say, something that's very deeply, let's say, touching the human consciousness. And these are not, so these are just, we might, let me try and explain what I'm trying to say. When Rinpoche came to the West, yeah, in the early 80s, no? He spent 10 years going around healing people, and he was using one mantra, Om Muni Muni Mahamuni Shaki Muni Asoha. And he says what he was doing is checking and seeing if all this kind of thing, these kind of symbols, these methods, these mantras would fit with people outside of the Tibetan community, no? So what he was checking is saying if these symbols are cultural or if these symbols are universal, yeah? So then what he started to observe is that the practices that he shared with people, like, for example, White Tara, Vajrapani, Hayagriva Garuda, Open Chenrezi, yeah, these kind of practices, they really did something for people in all different countries around the world. So he concluded, okay, this is not just something Tibetan culture. This has a archetypal level, a universal meaning, which does not just depend on being Tibetan, yeah, okay? So therefore, he said, therefore, I'm going to teach NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing, yeah? But he spent 10 years checking, seeing if, for example, meditating on this in the crown chakra, if it would work for people who are, I don't know, Italian or French or Chilean or wherever, yeah, okay? Because he went to many, many places around the world, yeah, okay? So these symbols are what we call archetypes, yeah? They're universal symbols. They're not bound by one culture, yeah? And this next time we'll talk more about, yeah? Very, very interesting subject, actually, yeah, okay? So, how can I say, yeah? NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing has many, many different levels, yeah? But for example, you could, I was saying last time, or these days, no, that, for example, with the singing bowl group, no, Dharma Sounds with Tunla, no, Rinpoche nephew, yeah? Rinpoche told Tunla to teach up to the sounds, yeah, Om Ahum Tram Hri, and everything is in the sound, actually, yeah? There is the path to enlightenment, yeah? Like I was saying before, in our tradition, there's this advice that just to meditate on Om Ahum, everything is there. That if you meditate on many different ways on Om Ahum, enlightenment can be found with that, yeah, okay? So not just Om Ahum, but Om Ahum Tram Hri, Om Ahum Soha, yeah? So like that level, the enlightenment can be found there, yeah? Next level, the symbols. Enlightenment can be found by meditating on the symbols, yeah? Symbols plus the vibration, no? Because here, for example, there's Om, isn't there? Om, 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 yeah? Okay, and so on, yeah? So each part of the practice, actually, you could just do that and make an experiment, see how it works, yeah? And this is very, very interesting, actually, yeah? How can I say? I gave one example, no? One friend of mine in Spain, yeah? And she went to one person who was actually teaching self-healing, but up to the, as Rinpoche suggests, he suggests not only to Tunla, but to other healers and therapists to teach up to Om Ahum Tram Hri, yeah, and the elements, yeah. So she went and did that, and then she went home, and she had a dream of the 5 Buddhas, and then she came back and said, oh, what was that, yeah? Please, what are you doing? She went back to ask the therapist, and then the therapist said, oh, actually, I have my guru is a great master called Lama Rinpoche, yeah? And then she's like, oh, wow, amazing. And she gradually become very devoted follower of Rinpoche, no? Yeah? So inside Om Ahum Tram Hri, everything is there. Also within the symbols, like the wheel and the lotus and the Vajra, yeah, and the jewel, yeah, and the Visavadra and the cross Vajra. There is enlightenment, yeah. But we need to work with it and understand, our subconscious needs to get involved with this, and what we call our subtle mind in Buddhism, okay? So many beautiful things to do. So please join us in the Zoom groups, those of you who have time, yeah, because we have to not only talk about it, we have to meditate together, okay? Then we have to touch the feeling of these things, okay? Otherwise, as Rinpoche said, head full, heart cold, no good, yeah? we want both, no? Warm head and a warm heart, is that, yeah? Or full heart warm and head full of beautiful things, yeah? Okay? Okay, so like that, yeah, okay. These cards, yeah, one friend of mine, she made them many years ago. So maybe you can make your own, no? She liked to do, no, like self-healing, so she made these cards, yeah. Okay, this is her version. Maybe you can make your own, no? This we call like sakali, like emblems, symbols, yeah. So it's nice actually to make your own, and then you really interact with all these things. No, here's another one. Actually, this is from the I have many of these things. No, also Rinpoche have a lot of this emblems. Yeah, this is from the Guya Samaja. Yeah, so I don't know if you can see. Here is Om, A, Hum, Sva, or So, Ha. Yeah, yeah. I was saying no that before that this Om, A, Hum, So, Ha is actually the bija, the seed letters of the Guya Samaja, yeah, Secret Assembly Tantra. And then you can see like Om le kolo kapo Om. From Om comes a white Dhamma wheel, yeah. A le pema mapo A. From A comes a red lotus, yeah. Hung le doje nongpo Hung. From Hung comes a blue Vajra marked by Hung. Sva le nobu serpo Sva, or tram sometimes, yeah. From Sva, or sometimes tram, yeah, comes the yellow jewel marked by Sva. Actually, this one, the only difference here is you see here's a hammer, yeah. In our self-healing system, we say ha or shri le natso doje janku shri, yeah, or ha or shri, yeah. In Guya Samaja, the symbol of the Karma Buddha family is a Vajra hammer. Yeah, it's like smashing the delusion. Yeah. But in our NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing, the one that Rinpoche shows us, is the symbol of the Karma Buddha family. The action family is the double Vajra. Yeah, okay. So, I mean, there's many slight kind of. It's like music, you know. There's many harmonics, many variations on a theme. Yeah, okay. And we have to understand the idea behind it, the system, and then we think, okay, it can be like this, can be like that, yeah. So it's actually beautiful, you know. It's like with music, no, we have different keys, different harmonics, and you can make incredible, beautiful sounds like that, yeah. And so our Vajrayana, we have many different ways of meditating, many systems of the elements, many bijas, many symbols, yeah, like music, no. And we're producing effects of healing and of enlightenment. So beautiful, no. We're so lucky, yeah. Anyway, so thank you very much for listening. Okay, so now, unless anybody would like to say anything or share anything or make the dedication, okay, still a few minutes. If anybody would like to ask a question or share something, you're welcome, yeah? And I shall search for the dedication of Shantideva that Rinpoche was saying a lot, no, in the past couple of years, yeah? And that we should say and dedicate for the pandemic to end, yeah, and for all those suffering to have less suffering and so on. Yeah? I mean, even when the pandemic finishes, there'll still be people suffering, no? But Rinpoche emphasized this prayer a lot, no? 1 second. I'm looking in the Chenrezig Singanada NgalSo Sadhana because it's in there. There's also a separate version, but I haven't got that one. So I'm going to look in the one I've got, which is in the Chenrezig, beautiful practice, Chenrezig Singanada, yeah? Making peace with the environment, yeah? So many incredible forms of Buddha Chenrezig. Yeah? Okay, I'm going to say this in English, yeah? Because that's my mother tongue, yeah? Please, if you like, say in your own mother tongue, yeah? Okay, here we are. Okay, sorry, here it is, yeah? Okay. Auspicious dedications from Shantideva, from the Bodhisattva Charyavatara, from the Guide to the Bodhisattva's Way of Life, from the 10th chapter of dedications. And these particular verses, Rinpoche he chose because actually there's much more dedications than this in the 10th chapter, yeah? So all these are related to healing, actually, yeah? May everyone who is sick with disease be freed at once from all their illness. May every sickness that afflicts living beings be wholly and forever absent from the world. May medicine be full of strength. May our mantras be chanted with success. May the bacteria and virus that feed on flesh be kind, their minds full of pity towards us, yeah? May the beings everywhere who suffer torment in their bodies and minds have, by virtue of my merit, boundless, limitless joy and happiness. As long as space exists, for as long as there are migrating beings, for that long may I return to drive away the sorrow of the world. May the pain and sorrow of all migrating beings ripen completely upon me, and may the virtuous company of bodhisattvas always bring about the happiness of beings. May the Dharma, the only cure for sorrow, the source of every bliss and happiness, be blessed with resources, upheld with veneration, and continue for a great amount of time. Okay? So please, now we touch our hand to our heart, yeah? And we're going to make the Rinpoche showed us Om Bishwa Shanti Hum, inner and world peace. So please think of all those people who are sick, who are suffering in our WhatsApp group. And we have so many people requesting prayers, so many people in desperate situation, yeah? So please let's all pray together. So all the ones that you heard this week, please dedicate for them, yeah? I mean, in the past, now we used to think, oh, it's okay, Rinpoche will do, but okay, for sure. And actually, if we pray now, we can ask Rinpoche still to help, this is sure. But also now, we together, we need to pray, yeah? Okay, you might think, I have no energy, but okay, like little batteries, we all put together, then something is there. So together we're powerful. So let's please all pray for the health and well-being of all those around us. And, may the pandemic finish and may everything be successful, yeah? May the Dharma increase and may the world become a better place, yeah? Okay? Om Bishwa Shanti Hum. 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 By the power of the truth, peace and bliss forever. Yeah, okay. Okay, now we make the NgalSo dedication. We touch our hand to our heart. Yeah. Actually, this hand should be in a Vajra fist on your hip, yeah? If you can remember, yeah. But need to remember the heart, yeah. Nimo dele sendele, nime kuyahandele shin. Nin sentatu dele pel, kuncho sungi hijingilo, kuncho sungi nudruso, kuncho sungi hitashisho. At dawn or dusk, at night or midday, may the three jewels grant us their blessings. May they help us to achieve all realizations and sprinkle the path of our lives with various signs of auspiciousness. And finally, requesting the blessing of Lama Tsongkhapa. Mihik me sewe te chen chen rezi dri me kempe wampo jahampelya dupu malu Jom se samweda ganchen gepe sugen sonkapa lozan drape shabla sowade. Thank you all very much for listening. If anybody would like to join our Zoom meditations on Signal, which is a social media app, we're organizing the retreat through there. We have many multilingual Zoom groups. Also, I think on WhatsApp we have some groups. Thank you. Anyway, if you're interested and don't know how, please contact somebody else on the chat here. Thank you all very much. Thank you for listening. I'll continue this next Tuesday. Thank you very, very much. Thank you.